Darcy, I guess the year on a team note hasn't been great, but on a personal level, with the contract re-signing, it's couldn't have turned out better personally.
Yeah, it's really exciting. 2 more years. Stoked to stay at the club. Glad the club's offered me the 2 years to stay because I'm really excited.
Were you sort of feeling at the start of this season that you really needed to make an improvement to the team and the coach?
Yeah, so I had this year left, and there's a bit of pressure on me to sort of take my game to another level and break into the AFL side, and I've been lucky enough to do that, and I'm really stoked.
There were times towards the start of the year when you hadn't cracked into the AFL team, you thought you might be in your last league, but something turned around. Yeah,
pre-season was pretty nervy. I was trying to do everything I could to put my best foot forward, and like I said, lucky enough to get in round 3 against Essendon, and I'm just trying to work hard and stay in there as much as I can.
What changed, or is it just the opportunity that you've been given?
I think 2 years of experience in the SNFL has really helped. Obviously got the opportunity as well, and just tried to grab it with both hands, and
Do you have other clubs circling after your signature?
We didn't explore that option, so I was really happy to stay here, and I love the club and love all the boys, love all the coaches, all the staff, so I was really happy to stay.
And what's Kenny done for you? Obviously I remember the story about you knocked on his door asking what you need to do to get a game. How big an influence has he been for you?
He's been massive since I first got here, he's really good with the young guys that come in and speaking to them, telling them what they need to do, what they need to improve on, so he's been a massive influence along with a lot of other coaches on my career so far.
Where else can you make improvements? You've been one of the standouts as a core player this year. Where else can you keep improving?
There's a lot of things to keep on improving on. I think everyone has stuff they need to work on, but continue to work on the defensive stuff. That's where the game's won and lost. Who defends better. So just working on the little defensive stuff. Kicking, that kind of thing. But there's always stuff to improve on.
With Logan coming in, making his debut as well, and Tommy Cleary's got a bit more game time, do you think as a defensive group, with such a young group, you can make a big jump next season now that you've got that experience together?
Yeah, I think me and Tommy Cleary played a lot of SNFL footy together, so we played together a bit, but it's a pretty young core down back, and I think the experience towards the back end of this year is really going to help us next year.
Do you view yourself mainly as a defender long term, or is there an aspiration to maybe move into the midfield?
I'm happy down back at the minute. I think that's where I've played my best footy. I haven't really played anywhere but down back for sort of 5 or 6 years. So if the coaches want me to have a crack in the midfield, I'm happy to do so. But I'm pretty happy down back at the minute.
And you're obviously you got the Rising Star nomination this year. How do you view your chances of winning that?
Pretty slim. I think there's a lot of talented guys have been nominated this year, and I think I'm just lucky enough to be nominated, let alone win it. So I've got no expectations of winning it.
Who do you think will win it?
My tip's Callum Mills from the Sydney Swans. I think he's had a pretty good year, and he's a pretty talented player.
So from a team perspective, where do you guys, I suppose, find the motivation for Saturday's game, given it's the last game of the season? Obviously, finals are out of the mix.
Yeah, so finals are out of the question, but had a big showdown on the weekend, and I thought we brought, we played the way that's needed to play to win AFL most games of footy. I think if we bring that this week, we can finish the year on a good note, and after that we can look forward to pre-season.
Is there any news about Charlie Dixon? Did he train this morning with the team?
He'll speak to the physios and stuff, and I'm not really sure what he's going to do this week, but he's probably got as good an idea as I have.
He didn't train though with the guys this morning?
I'm not sure.
2 years, it's a vote of confidence going forward. Is that a fair assessment? Your vote of confidence in Port Adelaide for next year and beyond?
Yeah. So I'm obviously stoked, and I think the club's heading in the right direction, and the last couple of years probably haven't been what we'd want and what we'd expect, but we can use that experience to sort of head into the next couple of years and hopefully have a real crack at finals next year.
What gives you that confidence that it's going to turn around? As you said, the last 2 years haven't gone as planned. What gives you the confidence that next year will?
Yeah, I just think the mindset of the group and the way we work, how hard we work, you know, the leaders, the coaches and everyone at the club. I think the way we work really instills great confidence in us, and once it all comes together, I'm really confident we can, like I said, make a real tilt at finals and play some really good footy next year.
That's how important to finish off with a win rather than going with a succession of losses.
Yeah, really important. I think you know, winning this last game against Gold Coast this week, you know, really sets a platform to come back in pre-season in a good mood and up and about, and looking forward to next year.
How do you rate the Suns?
I think they're a talented side. They play good footy up at Metricon, so we're going to have our work cut out up there. But I think if we bring the same, you know, the same effort we brought last week, we can go up there and get the win.
Obviously, you get a smaller opponent, but I guess the three tools up forward are going to be danger, aren't they? Lynch, Wright, and Sam Day. How big a threat will they be? How are you going to handle them, given you've got undersized defence at the moment?
Yeah, so they've obviously got they're very talented, those three, and it's just going to be about us working together, helping each other out, coming off our opponents, and working as a defensive group. I think if we leave too many one-on-ones, you know, they can be very dangerous. But if we get off and help each other, then we should be able to get the job done.
The midfield's obviously crucial there. Sorry, the midfield's obviously crucial there too, just to stop that supply to them.
Yeah. So if we can get pressure on the ball up the field, it makes our job a lot easier.
Obviously, Logan Austin's available. Did Tommy Jonas train this morning?
Yeah, so Tommy will, like Charlie, he'll speak to the physios and hopefully he can get up and play.
Yeah, sweet. Okay. And finally, it was obviously your first showdown last week. Obviously, you missed the round 2 game. Was that probably the toughest game of footy you've had this year, personally?
Yeah, it's up there. I think just the build-up, and you know, everyone's talking about it all week, and you know, it's a big game in South Australia, and that was probably the hottest and toughest game I've played this year.
As a team, you look like you came out and you really set yourselves for the showdown, and showed the effort was there more than it has been in weeks previous. Have you talked about this week? I know that it's hard to get excited about playing Gold Coast compared to Adelaide, but have you talked about bringing the same from the start? Yeah, definitely. We have to bring that same effort and intensity around the ball, and as we did last week, if we want to go up to Gold Coast and expect to win. How do you do that? Is it just chats during the week? Yeah, we obviously talk about it, and then it's obviously about bringing it on game day. That's the most important thing.